Applying for Canada student application and Canada visa application sometimes can look like an impossible task. Some of people do ask me, I don't even know where to start from, because the Canada student application and Canada visa application looks more confusing and stressing as well. This is because you haven't understand how to play the game. The visa officers, they are like a referee who knows the rule, and as a player trying to apply for a visa application process, if you don't know the rule, for example, as a player, if you are in an offside position and you did not notice you are in an offside position, the referee doesn't care whether you know or not. Is going to conclude and say you are in offside position. Whether you are in offside position or not, they are still going to deny you if you not follow the standard rules assigned to it. Now, before you even start your visa application process, before you even think of selecting school rather, you need to ensure that you know more about the visa application process. Okay, so you want to apply for a school, you need to ensure to know the minimum criteria, the minimum required for the application process. Secondly, you need to ensure you know how to convince the visa officers, and this is the very critical condition. This stage is very, very critical. And thirdly, you need to know and even ask yourself, this course I want to do, does it really fit in perfectly to what I want to do? Because if you fail to provide a very reasonable answer to this question, there is a high chance that your visa application is going to be refused. Okay, so now I would like to talk about the 3 points that ensure your visa application process gets denied, and I'll also be talking about the 3 points that will increase your chance to ensure that your visa application gets approved 100%, which is the part 1 of this video. Let me chip in something. Before you start selecting for school, you still need to further ask yourself a question. This school I'm applying, does it make sense? Let me give a scenario. Put yourself into the shoe of the immigration officer. As an immigration officer, somebody just came in with one application similar to the one we are talking about. And as an immigration officer, what are you going to do with the application? Are you going to approve it based on logic, or you are going to deny the application? Please ensure you watch this video to the end so that you're able to learn the 3 cases that ensures this application process have been denied, and also the 3 chances increase your chance of getting your visa approved, which is the part 1 aspect. The first thing I'll be talking about why Canada student visa have been denied is the lack of good study plan. A study plan is basically it refers to as the previous study experience and whatever you want to study, how do they relate together? If you have a study gap in your studies, how does it play in? If you graduated like 6 to 7 years and you are planning to do your MSc now, how does it play in as well? Or if you have your bachelor degree in the years before and you want to apply for another bachelor degree now, how will you justify it? For example, if your first degree is bachelor in nursing and you have like 3 to 4 years working experience in nursing and you want to apply for MSc in IT or diploma in IT, if you look at it, it doesn't align very well. So in that scenario, there is no way you can convince the visa officer that this new course that you want to do, that you are interested in it. And what the visa immigration officer will be thinking, and you want to travel with all your family as well, right? Which, if such a thing continues, there's a high chance that your visa application process is going to be denied. On the flip side, what you can do in this scenario is to ensure you have a very solid and a great study plan. For instance, if you have a BSc or you have a BTech in petrochemical engineering and you want to apply for MSc, it fits in very well. You want to apply for MSc in petrochemical engineering as well, it fits in perfectly. Or even if you just graduated and you want to apply for MSc in petrochemical engineering, it still fits in. You have a less or nothing to write about the letter of explanation. But in a scenario where you finished your first degree in computer engineering for like 6 to 7 years ago, even though you are working in a software firm, you can still apply for your MSc in computer science and engineering. That one still fits in also as well, perfectly. But let us look at it in another scenario. Maybe you graduated your first degree in agricultural engineering and you have like 7 years working experience in a marketing firm and you still want to apply for your MSc. It just can't fit in like that. So in summary, what you need to do in this stage is to ensure that before you select a program, you need to look at your previous study experience or your work experience previously and align it with the course you want to do. So that even if you have a study gap, you have something to justify and prove to the visa officer. The second point, I'll be talking about the reason why study visa for Canada are being denied. It is the aspect of inadequate or insufficient proof of fund. If your proof of fund is not well organized, there is going to be a problem. And for proof of fund, it entails a lot of factors in which include number one, are you on scholarship or not? Are you paying your school fees yourself or somebody is sponsoring you or your auntie is sponsoring you? Are you going into BSc, MSc or PhD? Have you paid your part of school fees or no? Because if you look at it very well, the estimation of this thing is what you are going to use to calculate the actual money you are going to use for your proof of fund. Okay, for example, if you want to study a diploma program, which is 1 year, you or your sponsor is supposed to provide a tuition fee of 1 year plus 10,000 Canadian dollars of your cost of living. If you are going for a bachelor degree, which is of 2 to 3 years, you or your sponsor is supposed to provide a tuition fee of 2 to 3 years plus 10,000 Canadian dollars for your cost of living. Same thing is also applicable for master's degree, which is 1 year. You or your sponsor is supposed to provide a tuition fee of 1 year plus 10,000 Canadian dollars for your cost of living. But in the case of PhD fully funded, it's different a little bit. For a PhD fully funded, you should be working in the range of 10,000 to 15,000 Canadian dollars on the condition that it's a fully funded scholarship for your cost of living. Okay, and what thing these people, the visa officer, hate most is when you put a lump sum in your account and there is no justification of where the money is coming from, or there is no proof of who is the owner of the money. Is a serious offense and is going to be automatic refusal. And another issue that most people always face is the aspect of you have a lump sum in your account without running it steadily. Because by the end of the day, when you read the visa application process stage, they will ask you to print it out. And when they discover that the money is still stagnant the way it's supposed to be automatic, they will deny you. So what you need to do in the other aspect is you need to ensure that your proof of fund is well calculated, estimated with the right documents. And for example, if you are the one sponsoring yourself, you need to attach some vital documents with the evidence of the proof of fund. And if your school or maybe your business firm is sponsoring you, you need to attach some other vital documents with it. So in summary of it, ensure your proof of fund is well adequately calculated and with some other document attached to it, so that your visa will be granted 100%. Thirdly, the third point I'll be talking about why Canada student visa application are being denied is family ties. Please, if today is the first time of seeing this video, I will suggest you subscribe to this channel by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And please don't forget to click on the bell notification by the side so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be part of the first few people that will get notified. Family ties. What is family ties? Family ties refer to like the siblings or the spouse you have behind in your country. You need to prove to the visa officer that as you are applying for this program, as you are applying for your visa application process, there should be something that will draw you back home immediately you finish your program, which are your spouse or your kids. What I do encourage people to do most is, when you are applying for your visa application in Canada, ensure that not all of you as a family apply at once. Because if you apply the whole visa at once, what is going to be in the mind of the immigration officer is that you just want to use that medium to migrate to their own country again. So you need to ensure that you have a good family ties. There are some options of other good family ties. For example, as you are filling in your visa application process, ensure you put the biodata of your spouse and your kids, so that by the time you enter, 3 months later, they can come and join you. The second example of a good family tie is if you are working in a big firm and you can take a study leave in the process where they can grant you. It's also a good family ties. Another thing is if you have a registered business in Nigeria, in your own country, then that one is also a good family ties. Lastly, if you have a property like a real estate in your own country, it's also a good family ties. The reason being that if all these things are not taken into consideration, they will deny you your visa. 100%, they will deny you your visa. So what you can do, like I said, is to ensure that as you are applying, you have something to justify it, so that by the time you finish your program, even though if you finish your MSc program, there is a chance you are eligible for the post-work study visa, which at the end of the day, you might stay in Canada. But during the visa application process, you still need to justify that you have something back home in your own country. I hope this video is very useful for you. Please share it amongst your family and friends. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in my next video, where we'll be talking about the concluding aspect of it, of the point of why Canada visa are being denied, and what are the chances, what are the way forward, what are the things you can do to improve your visa to be approved.